Hey guys, just in the tuna making some kitchen. Wow. Okay, just in the kitchen making some tuna. Look at that. Just ignore that. That didn't happen. Making some food for when Hadley gets home. I'm gonna cook her up some stuff. But just wanted to talk about before the video starts. Wanted to talk about how this trip went and what happened. So, in this video, my buddy Two Sticks and I, we met on trail in Virginia going northbound. We ended up getting back together to go hike. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was that his dog was with him on her first trip in the snow. So we knew that, it might go bad or whatever, but, she's been out in some seriously cold weather. They were living in the Dakotas for a while. So I thought, the dog will be fine. And the dog did seem fine. The first night, everything was cool. It got pretty darn cold the first night. She snuggled up with her owner, and they seemed to be okay. Maybe a little chilly at one point, and he readjusted and got through. And then during the day, the dog is running all around, and she's fine. She's having a great time, But we looked and saw that we were going to be going up in elevation towards Max Patch, and we saw that the snow was just going to get worse as we kept going. And we both got a little worried, we didn't have Vaseline for her paws. She did seem to get a little cold when we weren't doing anything. And I don't know, she was being a little whiny and stuff, and so we thought, what, before his dog has frostbite or anything like that, we should probably bail. And I woke up and I was thinking, like, we're probably going to have to bail. Honestly, an evaluation of my group's needs and whether or not we had the right gear with us, we really didn't. The dog probably should have had paw coverings of some kind. Not that the dog suffered any injuries because of this trip, but it could have if we kept going, maybe. It did get pretty damn cold down into the teens with wind chill and stuff, and the dog hadn't experienced it before. This is a yellow lab. Also, my hiking buddy was a little cold the night before, trying to keep the dog in the sleeping bag with him in the tent, and sitting there eating dinner at the picnic table. He was getting a little bit cold, you could tell, and he didn't have leg insulation. He had just pants, like hiking pants, and long johns. And the cold was kind of biting in, and so in the morning I was kind of like, yeah, we're probably going to bail. And the dog was acting kind of, whiny, and then we were kind of slow to leave. So day two, we were just like, let's hang out here in the warmth for a while now that the sun's come out, and then let's bail. So we ended up getting back before dark to my car, and I just went ahead and drove us to Max Patch, and we parked at the parking lot there at the top, and spent the night with the wind rocking the car and all kinds of stuff, and it got seriously cold. Our breath froze on the inside of the windows and all that, but it was nice and toasty in the car. We had our big sleeping pads and our 0-degree bags. We were fine. The dog was much happier, curled up in the front seat and slept soundly all night. She didn't get much sleep the night before, it turned out. And we just, we ended up having fun anyway, sat up talking all night, and then hiked up Max Patch in the morning. And I ran into a college professor. He was my advisor in college. That was pretty cool. So I saw them up on the summit too, and just exchanged pleasantries, kind of talked a little bit, and then headed back down and headed home after a very nice, not very deserved breakfast at the diner there in Hot Springs. So all in all, it was a good trip, but there are some things I thought about afterwards, like maybe I could have offered my buddy more gear before we left and made sure that I looked at his gear list so that we could have longer, more fun time. And if he didn't have his dog there, since the dog was there, I could have done the same thing for the dog. Like, what do we need? Like, I could have done some research to help out my group. It's not like you don't trust your buddies to make their own decisions or anything, but just looking out for them and looking out for the group as a whole. Because really, when something happens out there and you're in a group, you're in it together, and you need to solve it together. So the problem-solving stuff starts before you even go. So, but there was some bad weather coming in. We didn't expect it to be very bad, and it wasn't really, but we just took some extra precautions. My buddy is a meteorologist, so when he says, hey, we should get out of here, I go, okay, you know. Even though I have all the gear, I have everything, it just wasn't really a good thing. So don't be prideful. Don't continue on by yourself. Don't be afraid to change the plan just because it's the plan. It's really important to start to anticipate these things when you're out hiking, whether you're in a group or by yourself. Anticipate potential changes in plan, and that will help you kind of adjust to things when things don't necessarily go to plan, if that makes sense. But anyway, long intro, I'm sorry, but it was a lot of fun. I got to use some cold weather equipment that I normally don't get to use because I don't really go out by myself in the dead of winter. And I got to camp with the dog again, which is always fun. So, hope you enjoyed the clips, and we'll see you at the end.
I'll let you finish the rest of this.
Take the video. Hey! So, we are going up Bluff Mountain right now, and if you can see the little tiny snowflakes, we're gonna get some snow tonight. 3 inches is the max. The guy at the hostel said 5. We don't believe him. In any event, we're ready. We got all our winter gear, and we are excited to be back on the trail in Hot Springs. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Making our way down this leafy trail here. There's snow in some places on the ground. It's supposed to start snowing at 8. So it's not dark yet, so it's probably what, 7:15 or so. It's starting to snow on us here. But it might be a little darker since the snow's coming in. Big clouds and big gray stuff. And it's nice, you're getting hit by little snowflakes in the face. It's nice. I miss hiking in the snow. It's nice to not be alone for once. Normally I'd be alone, and it's not fun to be alone in the snow. We're in the shelter. We had I think it's below 20s and like teens maybe last night. Got some snow. And, chilling at the shelter, waiting for it to warm up a little bit, pack up our stuff, eat breakfast, and then we're gonna go 14 miles, and we'll be right north of Max Patch, and we'll go check out Max Patch tomorrow. Dogger does not like Daddy being over there by the tent when she's been told to stay here. It's a good dog.
Bring here. Come on, bring it here. Come on, bring it here, it's too far. Oh my goodness, good job.
Smokies. Meanwhile, in toast burning land, Songbird has done a boo-boo. I hate wasting food. I'm sure you guys are watching the intro of the video. I'm like, oh, the toast is progressively getting more black. I'll probably eat half of this if I can. Just, like, save the parts that aren't so bad. Anyway, hope you guys like the clips. I know it's not very long. I wanted to take more video, but it got really cold, you know? And once we decided to bail, you know, the video kind of fell apart. There wasn't really that much to record, so, and I'm not going to record like private conversations with people, so that's all we did was sit and talk. So one thing that did happen when we were camped out really early in the morning, like 3 in the morning, a big truck pulled up, and we were both kind of like, oh, on alert. We're like, oh, what's going on? Who are these people? So we like got out of the car and like we're looking at it, like, because like you know, it's a trailhead. Trailheads are sometimes sketchy. So we just kind of like looked and like made eye contact, and it was like a guy and his girlfriend or something coming out to look at the stars and maybe make out a little bit. So we just were like, all right, let's go back to sleep or whatever. But then they were probably all freaked out because these 2 random dudes just like jumped out of a car when they came and were like staring down, you know. But like, I don't know. I don't feel too weird about it because just like refusing to like investigate new things is a good way to get yourself hurt. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to my burnt toast before I burn this, and I hope you guys like it. If you like, comment, or subscribe, you could win this tuna. Act quickly, it'll go bad by the time it gets to you.